Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Bob here. I hope you can hear me okay. You'll have to excuse my voice, but yeah, feeling not feeling too bad today. So I've the first time in probably about a week and a half or so, I've come and have a sit on the computer. And you're right, yes, I'm playing another Shaman. I don't know what it is about the Shaman. I just really like them. You probably discovered that over a period of videos. Yeah, it's kind of for me it's sort of, I mean, I think last video I spoke about maybe trying to do something different, but I've tried to do different things, but I just find with the Shaman, I just find it kind of gives me a mix of just a couple of different things, you know. Well, it gives me a mix of the two main components, I think, of combat, and that's spell casting and you know, sort of fighting with weapons, because I mean, I've certainly found up to a certain point you can definitely do pretty good as a shaman when you're sort of, you know, when you're meleeing, as it were. You got slow, which is a massive help, you know. Sometimes kind of think to yourself what a warrior or a paladin or a shaman or a sort of a shadow knight would be like, with being able to kind of slow every fight, you know. Pretty awesome, I would imagine. So yeah, I think that's why I like it, you know. It's it just gives me the best of both worlds up to a certain point. And I think that's probably why I've kind of, you know, the current Shaman has sort of tapered out at about level, I think 41 bug rot is, and then I kind of go and create another one and get them up to a sort of a, you know, similar sort of level. And I think it's because I kind of quite like that combination of spell casting. I know you know, you will say that play a paladin or a shadow knight you get a similar thing, but I just like the Shaman. And and the spells, the slow spell particularly, and you know, obviously the healing and regeneration does allow me to sort of fight hand to hand for a fair amount of time. But that's kind of where it sort of tapers out. I need to get one of them sort of beyond that point. But the reason I've kind of been wanting to start a barbarian shaman for a period of time. I love the barbarian models, particularly when they've got armour on. And I love the Halas and the whole sort of snowy thing that goes on surrounding them. And yeah, I mean, even as an Englishman, you know, it's I even like them culturally, you know, even though they're based on Scots, I would assume, or Celts of some kind. Yeah, so that's it. That's kind of where I am. I've just started again. I think I'm level 3 at the moment. My plan with the character is I'm going to stay in Everquest as long as I can, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'll show you some footage from I don't know how far away it will be. You know, it depends on sort of health and stuff, but I'll show you some footage from just inside Permafrost as well. There's a sort of a spawn of a few goblins in there just inside, and I think it's got quite a good zone experience modifier. So yeah, I'll try and get to a point where I can maybe solo the entrance a bit. I think it's quite slow spawning in there. I don't know if there'll be enough spawns in there to you know, to actually do much with that. But I will do a bit of footage from just there, see how I get on. I haven't sort of tweaked. Well, I haven't tweaked him too much. I've given him some hit point rings and that kind of thing. Hit point shield. And I think I'm using a what am I using? Using a journeyman's walking stick. So yeah, a bit of twinking going on. With this character, I kind of, it's difficult, isn't it? Really, I think the shamans kind of start off, unless you twink them a bit, they start off quite slowly, and they're not sort of super duper soloists till sort of high level really. But I'll see how I get on. I wouldn't want to transfer all of the shaman stuff that I have over to him unless, you know, unless I feel that the yeah, just the character itself sort of fits a bit more. I don't know at the moment, you know. It's as I said, I started him also because I wanted to go through the leveling process with a shaman in Velius when it comes out, and that's not due for a while, I think, probably, so that'll give me a time to work on Figwort here. Yeah, and see how I get on, see what level I get to, and if I prefer the character. I have to say I had a barbarian shaman for a bit on live many years ago, and I do love the model, particularly when I've got armour. So yeah, I'll definitely be taking a shaman forward. Let me put it that way. Which one it will be, I'm not sure, but I'm going to wait for Velius to come out, because what I'd like to do is continue the levelling process for them in Velius. I think it kind of gives me a few more options. I think one of the things my characters kind of get stuck at about level 40 is that I know people love them and stuff, and I'm sure they're great, but personally I'm not a massive fan of the Kunark zones. I'm not particularly sure why. You know, I really couldn't lay a finger on the exact reason, but yeah, I'm not a massive fan of those zones. Just the design and whatnot. And I wasn't on live actually, and I think the problem with sort of classic is that once you get to that sort of level, your options are kind of they're quite low. I think probably. I mean, obviously none of the shaman have the epic yet, you know, and that makes soloing on them a lot better. So my soloing options are generally still kind of slow and tank or just root rot really, and yeah, not as efficient as they could be. I think at the levels they've got to, and I think in sort of classic, a lot of people will direct you at those kind of levels to like spectres and that kind of thing. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of one of those people. I don't really enjoy going to competed camps. I mean, it's funny really, because Kunark's kind of the ideal situation where you can go to a zone of your level and there's a load of wandering mobs. But I'm not too keen on the zones. Maybe I need to get myself to like them. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, so that's kind of why I avoid those. Let's go and see if this skeleton's got a. Oop. Let's see if that's a cracked staff, cracked stave. Yeah, it is. Awesome. Cracked staff. There we go. Yeah, so kind of it's weird really, because the classic zones, if they had some classic zones around that level where there was a sort of, you know, a fair amount of mobs, I think it'd be a lot better. I think I need to go this way actually for Halas. What I'm going to do? What level am I? Level 3. What I was going to do, I've picked up a few polar bear skins. I thought I might just show you the polar bear skin quest. There's 2 of them. I'll show you the one that's at Halas. Basically, you hand in a polar bear skin to someone. I'll have to check on Wiki quickly who it is, and you get some random armor for it. I could keep them all because there's a polar bear skin cloak quest that you can do. There's some NPC running around Halas that you can turn it into and get a polar bear cloak. So I could save them all just to do all that really, but I kind of quite like to show you the other quest, and I'll save one for the polar bear cloak quest, and we'll do that at some point when I can afford it. I'm not sure how much it costs. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll stop the video in a minute. And I'll pop along to Halas, and we'll do some stuff. Yeah. So the other thing also, I'm hoping to do some different stuff with this character. Is I'm hoping to do quite a lot of trade skills. That was something that I never ever got involved in much on on live at all, really, because it seemed like quite a bother, quite a carpal tunnel syndrome kind of thing. You know, sort of just repeatedly clicking millions of times to raise a few points. You know. But I quite want to get into it. You know, I'd quite like to get all the skills up to a sort of all the skills I can up to a sort of a fair level where I can just make some stuff that's interesting. Really, it's just something different for me to do that I haven't done before. See how it goes. You know, bit of tailoring, bit of cooking, bit of blacksmithing, all that sort of stuff. That might be quite interesting. Anyway, I'll stop the video here, guys, and I'll be back shortly when I'm in Halas. Hello guys, welcome back. We're in Halas, and I've got to go and see Sindel. She's in Max Kilts. This is kind of like the I guess it's the market area, isn't it? The retail section. There's Mac himself. I'm not quite sure what he does. He doesn't seem. I don't think he's got any quests. So he sells some patterns and things, and a sewing kit. Anyone hiding? No. Oh, there's their bed. Sorry. Okay, Sindel. So You say hail. You can use extra hides. Okay, so I might give her all 3 of these because I'm sure I'll get another polar bear skin for the other quest. I can just go around killing polar bears basically for forever. So let's see what we get. What I'm hoping to get is some rawhide armor. That's what she gives. Okay. Boo, boo. Come on, Sindel, give me something good. Oh, shoulders, tattered shoulder pads. God damn it! I want a rawhide shirt. I quite like the barbarian models with the sort of the leather look. Let's see if we can get a. Oh my god! Oh, I've got a level as well. I've got a large patchwork tunic. Is that going to show up? Yes. Well, I'm happy with that. Fair enough. That's probably is that my starting tunic that I'm wearing. Oh, god damn it. Let's sell this stuff. Oh no, I want to sell my fishing pole. Faded blue tunic. Oh, I'll keep that. I quite like to keep the starter tunics for some daft reason. Okay, so we got a leather tunic. Or we got a patchwork tunic, but it's kind of the leather look. So it looks a bit more the part now. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll probably try and fill out my armour slots that way. I'll go and get some more polar bear skins, and yeah, do that. Seems like it might be quite a good idea. I'm not sure what the quickest way back is. I didn't realise you got a little bit of XP as well there for that. That's quite a surprise. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the Gnoll Fang quest. I might do it a bit. You know, I might just kill gnolls naturally, and then turn the fangs in. I think officially the XP's been nerfed now. I know some people were saying that they seem to be getting less experience, but there was a patch today, and that seems to have yeah, basically nerfed them, so you don't get as much. I don't know if it's classic or not. A lot of people will say it, you know, if it's not, they shouldn't have changed it, but I think when you get to a point where you know, it's kind of something's interfering with the game or a particular area for leveling, yeah, I think maybe it is quite a good idea to deal with it in that way. What I'm looking for is, I should have gone back to the other place really. I'm looking for someone who sells bags. I've got a load of I'm keeping my skins, you see, because I'm assuming I use those for tailoring or something. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Oh no, I'm in a cigar shop. Don't smoke. So let's go around to the bank. Yeah, I'm going to be doing, as I said, I'm going to be doing trade skills. So I'm going to be keeping all the pelts I get. I'm assuming you can use them to raise skills. I'll have to check. I don't know. Where's my bank slot? I keep moving all these boxes around because they're never in the right place. Okay, let's put some of these skins in here just to keep the weight down. Got some wolf skins and some whatnot. I've got a high quality bear skin somewhere. There we go. I think that'll do. I've got a two-handed blunt weapon, so I will go and just put a point in two-handed blunt, and while I'm leveling up I could just do that. What I'm looking for, if anyone's got one for sale, give me a shout and I'll try and meet you at a suitable time. I'm looking for either a granite face grinder, or ideally for this character I'd like a barbarian spiritist's hammer. Now I've only got about 8k probably, and probably like I've probably got some other odds and ends that I haven't sold yet, so I could probably make another 1,000 out of that or so. I think that'll probably get me a granite face grinder, but I don't know if it will get me a barbarian spiritist hammer. I think they're probably a bit more expensive. Maybe I need to save up for that. But if anyone's got one for sale, cheap, then give me a shout and I'll try and try and meet you somewhere. Yeah, because as soon as I get to level 20, my plan is to go two-handed and hit things in the face as hard as I can, basically. Anyway, guys, I think I'll end the video here, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Thanks for watching.